Emma is the head of demand generation at a mid-sized industrial automation company in Dallas. Her mission? Drive qualified leads, scale awareness campaigns, and support a 12-month sales cycle with a tight budget. She's launched display ads, experimented with programmatic, and optimized her LinkedIn strategy. But every time her CEO asks, how is this impacting revenue? She freezes. She only has raw data. But when it comes to showing how a top funnel campaign from last quarter contributed to a deal closed this month, it's all foggy and disconnected, and she hasn't been able to create and tell a compelling story that shows how the strategy is driving results. The sales cycle is long, the data is scattered, and her CRM and ad platforms rarely talk to each other. She's stuck explaining metrics that sound impressive, but don't tie back to dollars. Emma doesn't want vanity metrics. She wants real and accurate visibility. She wants to connect the dots not just to prove value to leadership, but to make smarter marketing decisions. How we can help Emma?
Welcome to Julius Digital Hub. I am Vanessa Valencia, your host for today. In today's episode, we are going to crack the ROI code. And also, we are going to talk about the Emma's problem and why it's so difficult to prove the ROI in B2B market. For today's guest, he's part of our marketing team, and he has more than 20 years of experience as a digital marketing performance. So, hi Yuri, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here. Thank you.
No, thanks you. So we have an amazing subject to discuss in today's episode. I have my questions here so we can have a good conversation. I want to start asking you, in your 20 years of experience, how has the approach to ROI measurement evolved over the last 20 years?
I will say that the main change is it's gone from instinct to instrumentation. 20 years ago, ROI was mostly anecdotal. You don't have accuracy, and clients will say, I think it's work based on gut feel or sales lead. And today it's a non-negotiable. Marketing leaders are expected to justify every dollar with data, and the big shift, we stop measuring marketing activity and start measuring business impact. That's one of the main shift. And that means full funnel visibility, multi-touch attribution, and aligning with sales metric. It's not just about clicks or impressions. You need to be more holistic. You need to have a more holistic approach.
Yeah, 100% agree that having a holistic approach is really the main thing nowadays. And talking more about the advertising, how was it when you started?
Well, when I started, digital ads were like graffiti. It's wild, noisy, and totally disconnect. And ROI exists as a desire, not as a discipline. The tools just weren't there. Uh, we launched banner campaigns and pray for traffic. Google Ads was new. Facebook hadn't even opened to advertisers yet. But even back then, the small marketeers were asking what's working and why, and that mindset laid the groundwork for the attribution models we use today.
Yes, and now that we are talking more about your 20 years, I want if you can introduce yourself so people have a lot of context. I already did a small introduction about you. So,
Well, my name is it's Yuri Pérez. I'm a senior digital marketing executive in Julius with over 20 years of experience in global markets, including the US, Canada, Mexico, China, and the Netherlands. And my focus has always been performance marketing, helping business build scalable, data-driven systems that align digital investment with real business outcomes. And I will say right now, I lead strategic work at Julius, where we support a range of global clients around industries, optimizing media performance and improving ROI visibility, especially in complex B2B environments. That should be my history now, nutshell.
and that's why you're here as a as an expert to really crack the ROI code, and let's more deep in. And why you think proving ROI is so difficult for B2B companies?
In business to business, the sale isn't just a moment. It's marathon. I mean, you are not selling sneakers. That's one time activity or one time action. You're selling a solution that might take 6 months, 6 meetings, and 6 stakeholders to close. You need to move a lot of parts of the engineering or the machinery. So just make the entire project keep moving forward. And so traditional attribution models breaks down. It's hard to credit one campaign when that yield spans 12 touch points. And that's why we need to shift from channel attribution, like the regular, very classic attribution models, to the influence measurement and looking at marketing's role across the full journey. You need to understand your entire journey, how many touch points, how many actions are involved in the entire process, and being able to track every single step of the journey. That's the most complex part of it. And later with the data, you need to tell the story. And if you don't have enough experience to do that, you might be sending the wrong signals or wrong insights. So you need to be very, very carefully managing and with the very understanding of what you're doing.
Right. So long sales cycles, connecting the data, storytelling, and how do you think that long sales cycles distort the perception on what's really working?
Because they create lag, and lag creates doubt. And a campaign might generate leads today that don't close for months. So the ROI, it's invisible in the short term. And that delay can cause executives to pull budget from things that are actually working, just not fast enough. And that's why B2B teams need to manage like a type of dual lens performance in the short term and contribution to pipeline over time.
Yeah, this sounds a lot like Emma's problem, what she's been going through. So she have a lot of data, but not clear tracking or attribution. Why does this happen?
Because data doesn't equal insight. I mean, data is just data. You need to nurture the data, work with the data, and then make the entire storytelling and be able to really gather the information that bring value to your journey, to your process, to your business model. And most teams have the numbers. They just don't have a connected story. Like systems don't talk. CRMs are incomplete and attribution tools sometimes overpromise results. The fix isn't just create more dashboard, it's better alignment and get marketing, sales, and operations in sync and define what success looks like, clean the data flow, and build one version of the truth. Without that, even the best campaign just will look like noise.
Totally agree. And talking more about to help someone like Emma or this CMO or marketing director, how can marketers distinguish between a meaningful metrics and noise?
You need to understand and create your own vision of success, like how success looks like for you, because for your business model might look different than other business models around the world. For you, you need to be success can be some as difficult than just create one lead because you're into a very niche type of specialized market, and success might look for you getting one lead every 6 months because it's very specialized, very high level. Or you can go to on a different route when you just want raw traffic and you need to generate thousands of leads regardless of the quality, because that's how your business model works. You work by batches, not by very specialized type of lead. But I will say you need to define how success looks like for you, and you are the only people responsible for that. Nobody is going to do that for you, and you need to have that vision very clear and written in stone.
Totally agree. And also, I am agree when you said before that you need to connect and make that everyone is in sync with your vision, the strategy, where this is going, no, the team is going. So, but talking about metrics and what are the core performance metrics that every B2B marketing team should be tracked? I know that it depends always on the strategy and your goals, but if we can make like a list, for the someone that is listening to us, like, oh, this is the basic checklist that I should have in my metrics pool.
I would say you need to always have in mind the cost per acquisition if you're managing leads or sale, like how much money will cost you to generate a new business opportunity, a new sales, a new email subscription. And you need to be very oriented to get that goal aligned over the time. And that might take you time, some type of frustration because you're gonna be doing very slow steps. But as I previously said, it's not a speed race, it's a marathon one. So you need to be going over time, very disciplined, need to control every single KPI, how much traffic you get, how much new visitors you get, what are they doing, time on site, how much engagement you have, bounce rate, burn rate. You will have tons of metrics, but you will get your metrics or the metrics that really bring something to the table once you have your vision of how success looks like for you. Because it's very different. It's a very subjective type of matter to describe. You need to be very precise on what you want and how you want it. With that, all the metrics will just come to you.
Great answer. And also, once that you have that defined, you need to connect all the dots. And more about Emma's problem. And if you were advising someone like Emma's or someone like this type of company that we know that this is a major pain point for B2B companies and marketers, where will you start?
With the Emma dilemma, I will say
Yeah.
first, you need to enforce UTM discipline. You need to be very precise and be able to identify from where the traffic to your website, all your leads are coming, which channels are they using, how many touch points they will be in contact with you before something happens, right? It's like you're not selling sneakers again. You're going into a very niche, specific type of target, and it may take you a long time or it's more like a long just so you need to be very disciplined with your UTMs that will bring you accuracy over traffic. You need to integrate your CRM with Google, with GA4 and that platform. So you will have all the information into centralized into one source of truth. And you need to audit your funnel. I mean, can you connect a closed deal to the first touch? You need to be able to do that. Solving those three issues at the very beginning of your project that will give you more and more precision for you to know where you need to go, what actions need to move, how much budget you need to put into your campaigns, which website, landing page, campaign, channel actions need to be optimized, and how you can create more with less. Always try to aim to achieve hyper efficiency over your channels. While doing that, you will have great results.
Totally agree. And I think this is also some tips and immediate changes that our marketing team can really implement the ROI. So, and I want to talk next about the future and AI. You were mentioned that the data is really important here in the process to really prove the ROI for B2B companies. And AI is changing all the business strategies and structure. So, how do you see this new tool are going to impact the ROI B2B?
I think AI will be the greatest ROI accelerator we ever had. If we are ready for it, B2B markets, AI can reduce friction across the journey, creating personalized content, smarter nurture paths, predictive lead scoring. But the real win is speed. I mean, you can AI let us act on insights in real time. That said, AI won't fix a broken system. If your data is messy or goals are unclear, AI just make the scales faster. The impact depends on the foundation where you're building. The other great stuff is you're going to be able to create a lot of models, hypotheses, and calculate different outcomes of your campaigns or your strategies, your budget allocations in real time. And you can work with different panoramas or scenarios. Having that in mind and having the possibility to adjust faster, that's what AI is going to be as disruptive as everybody is expected to be, right? Being able to calculate a lot of data, using a lot of data, try to forecast different models, different business, create a hypothesis. That's the real value I'm seeing with AI. It's not going to do the work for you. It's
Yeah.
only going to make you do the work faster and better and more accurate, more precise. It's going to save you a lot of time.
Totally agree. It's going to save you a lot of time, and also like you have someone to brainstorm and all the hypotheses that you have. So thank you so much, Yuri, for joining us in this episode to talk more about how to crack the ROI. And thank you all for listening to this episode, and see you next time. Bye.
All right. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure. If anyone wants to continue the conversation, I'm easy to find on LinkedIn or through Julius. And just let's keep building smarter, sharper, and more accountable marketing together. Thank you for having me.
Amazing. Bye.